It's 8:30 at night, and it's Wednesday, January 10th. Hi guys, this is Connie. This is going to be my Jan10, and I'd have to say I'm disappointed in myself because I may have briefly touched on it yesterday, but I get so frustrated, and I've been getting really easily irritated by just little things with the baby, and it's typically not her fault. You know, babies do what babies do. I'm getting short-sighted and short-fused, and I just get so caught up in that moment that I feel like I'm really immature. For example, I've been so frustrated that I've been yelling various obscenities just at my frustration, not at my child, but in my child's presence. And you know, real talk, I know better than that. I typically don't put that on camera, and a part of me goes, if I had a camera on me today, I would be such a brat. I would essentially be behaving like such a diva, and I'm just like, nope. And I know at the end of the day, I want her to be healthy, and I want to set the best example that I can, and that was definitely just not the best example, in my opinion. Yeah, if I had $1 for every time I said something incredibly dumb, something that I wouldn't be proud to say in front of, like, my parents, I probably would have made a pretty decent income today. That's about where I'm at. So what happened today? I had a really weird dream last night, and I already told Mustachio, and involving various animals running through a house that we happened to be in, which was just doesn't look a thing like our house, doesn't look a thing like any of the area. It was, it's a dream. If you've ever had those kinds of dreams, they're just weird and out there and so just like blah, 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 odd. And then, let's see, baby got up. I typically turn on VeggieTales for her. She loves Bob the Tomato, which I think is really cute. And kind of started scrolling through some social media for myself and realizing that, it's been a long time since I read her a book. So I decided to go up and get a couple of VeggieTales books, because apparently we had them. So I'm like, thank you, family that sent us baby books, because we have a whole library in her room that we can start picking through. She's getting into everything. It's getting to the point now where I'm just going to start clearing off tables with boxes and just putting them in the craft room, and when I have an opportunity to have somebody watch her during the day, I'm just going to end up going through them and realizing that a lot of the stuff we have hanging around the house we don't even need. So that could be a thing very soon. It's one way to minimalize your house. We took a 2-hour nap, and by we, I mean she took a 2-hour nap, and I nearly took an hour nap with her, and it was glorious. And then we went to the pool with my mom. She had a really good time, and I assumed she was going to go to sleep right after, and she didn't. And we hung out at my parents' house for less than an hour, and thought she was going to go to sleep in the car on the way home. So I started planning out, like, oh, I'm going to go and do this, or I'm going to go and do that, and she'll fall asleep and it'll be fine, because we're going to stay in the car. She did not go to sleep. Better yet, because she's been dealing with some internal diaper issues, she proceeded to go through several diapers today. And at one point I was asking myself, would I rather her essentially lay an egg, because that's the closest way I can explain it without going into TMI details about my daughter's diaper business? Or would I rather she just did little bits and pieces throughout the day and just keep changing these diapers and changing these diapers and changing these diapers? And I definitely think today, I would have rather had today than to know that she was in pain once for a significant amount of time the other day. That's just a weird thing in my mommy brain. And speaking of mommy brain, that's not where I wanted to go. I was going to talk about a nightmare fuel moment because I watched a video on Facebook and I was just like, no, like I already hover over my child severely. I don't need to be told that like the blind strings could potentially like choke out your child. And oh, I hope that does not give me nightmares. It comes back to haunt me tonight. There was another thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm completely losing it. Mom went over there, ate food. We came back. I assumed she was going to go to sleep. That's what it was. I assumed she was going to take a nap when we got home. She did not take a nap when we got home. And so she proceeded to continue to get tired and wear out until, I'm assuming now that I'm getting ready to go back in after check-ins, that Mustachio had no problem putting her down because she was doing the whole like, Mom. She usually doesn't grab for me too much at night because Mustachio is usually part of the bedtime regiment. So I'm surprised she kept going for me. And I know I'm not helping him by just like, I'm like, I don't want to hear the crying, and I can stop the crying by holding my baby. So I'm going to stop the crying right now because I'm tired. It's the end of the day. And I've already heard and tried to sit through multiple episodes of her crying in the car, and I'm not dealing with it again. So, sorry, you feel like it usurps your authority. I'm tired of the crying. And I think I was just way too tired to walk away from it. But no, not what I wanted to talk about. So, essentially, she's got a little bit of diaper rash. It happens to the best of babies and to the most diligent of parents. And so I was like, so what should we do besides like increasing our diaper cream or using a different type of diaper cream? No, my sister was telling me, she's like, you have to just let her go without a diaper, let it air out, let it get a breeze, let it dry out, and the rash will go away. And I was like, okay, but she's going to end up having an accident on the floor. Well, you clean it up. And I sent her a text later on. I was like, no, she had one episode and like poop was in the floorboards when I went to clean them up. And I was just like, nope. I will put like the biggest dollop of diaper. I will put a tablespoon of diaper cream on my child's backside for the rest of her diaper wearing days if it means I never have to clean up poop like that again. If I wanted to clean up poop and pee off my floor, I would have gotten a puppy, not had a child that I could just put a diaper on. And I'm sure somebody somewhere in the world is going to be like, oh, you're a bad idea. You know what? You come to my house, you clean up my floors, and then we will talk, because I'm not doing it. And that's just how I feel right now. I'm sure at some other point in my life I will be able to handle it. Was not able to handle it today. And dealing with it and having that mentality and then behaving the way I'd been behaving throughout the day. A part of me was just like, could have done better, Connie. But, you know, it was still another day. Another day down, another day forward, another one take. So, tomorrow's Thursday, so there'll be 2 videos we'll put up. Probably, do I have the conclusion? I think I have the conclusion to Brian's return, because that got lost in the shuffle of my old phone taking a swan dive. So, new updates, fun things. Trying to clear off my phone now because I have several thousand pictures, and it won't update my phone. I'm a little concerned. Also, my dummy maintenance required light is on, which shouldn't be happening unless I need an oil change, but I'm following the sticker. I wish the Corollas would go back to what every 3,000 miles you're supposed to get an oil change. Toyota Corollas tell you, go in every 5,000 miles. And I'm not using the synthetics that need for that setup because it's expensive, and I can get an oil change every 3,000 miles. There's no reason I can't. So, I'll double check to make sure there's nothing else that maintenance required light says, because the last couple times it's ever happened, it's always been, oh, that's an indicator that you need your oil changed. That's all. And still got another 2,000 miles before that needs to happen. So, till then, it's going to be like the light pressure thing on my gauge, and it's just going to keep blinking at me until I somehow find an expendable, what was like $125 for a brand new sensor that goes into your tire that tells you that your pressure is low, when you could just look at your tire and it could tell you that your pressure is low. We have so many other things in the world to spend $125 on. So, wait a minute. 125. If that's per tire, no, that's $500. I'm not doing that. You know how many other things in the world you can buy with $500? Do you know all the wonderful experiences you can go out and have with $500? Man, the movies I could go see, the experiences I could have with friends and family, versus putting sensors in your tires that you don't need, because you could just look at your tire and go, probably need to check that. Just a thought. And I'm a little cynical, which means I'm probably a little tired and probably need a little bit of food and a little bit of sleep and all the grace on the planet. So that's my day. Not a bad day, just a grouchy, grumpy day, I think. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, unless, of course, you're trying to give me mom advice. I'm not interested unless I actually reach out to somebody for it. But be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully sometime in the morning when I do Connie Reads. Bye.